Hey everybody, it's Keisha. Thank you so much for coming back and for being a supporter for me. I really do appreciate it. Um, I am your spiritual teacher and energy healer. So, here to help you give guidance and some tips to help you throughout your day and through your life. Okay. Today's topic will be on self-limiting beliefs and your spiritual growth process. All right. So, self limiting beliefs, they are ideals or thought patterns that exist within you on a subconscious level where it actually enables you or keeps you from reaching your true potential. Most of the times, they are attained when we're children, maybe it's through our parents or teachers or schoolmates and stuff that tell us certain things that actually we made some kind of decision, whether it's conscious or subconscious, that okay, I don't want to ever do this again, or you know what, maybe they're right. Maybe I can't ever be a fast track star racer, or maybe I can't ever be a fashion designer. No, culinary arts may not be something I'll ever be good at because I burnt the eggs last week. Whatever the case may be, whatever the mistake is that you made, or whatever that little idea that you shared with somebody, shared with the wrong person, triggered, it actually sat with you on a cellular level, and now it somehow you believe it. We all have some levels of self-limiting beliefs. One may be that you may believe that you're not good enough, and I gave those examples just now. Those type of thoughts may have created a stagnancy with you moving forward in that level or that aspect of your life, because you believe that you're not good enough to run a track race. You're good enough to be a chef or a culinary artist because you burnt things, or maybe you're halfway good, or you're not singing great. Whatever the case may be, it shows that it exists within you. Other things could be relationship to money, relationship, what your ideals are in regards to having a relationship. Maybe you've always watched relationships fail, or maybe you didn't have a relationship with your mother or your father or certain things, so you feel as though you'll never be a good parent because of the childhood upbringings that you had or your experiences. So as a result, there may be inner conflicts within you that prevents you from wanting or acknowledging that you want it, or maybe you do know that you want it, but you feel that you can't have it. The end result is that there's an emotion of discontent. So like the discontent comes because you're not connected with your spirit and what your true calling or who you really want to be is saying. So on the inside, deep, deep, deep down inside, you may really want to have a relationship with somebody. You may really want to be a chef. It may not have to be a chef on television where you're all famous on the news, but you could be a chef where you're making people happy by feeding them in a small restaurant, or maybe you have a food truck or something like that, whatever the case may be. It doesn't have to be as grandioso as someone else, but it could be a system and a fit that works for you based on your calling, what works within your spirit. All right. How do you find what your self-limiting beliefs are? That's probably the biggest question, because if you don't know you have them, how are you going to identify to even fix it? The discontentment, the unhappiness, the seeking or searching for something are usually ideas or first indicators that there's something preventing you from happiness. There's something preventing you from doing something. So maybe your joy would come with running a race or jumping on a hot air balloon or something like that, but something inside you always tells you, no, not today, no, I can't. Those words right there are a part of your self-limiting beliefs. The no, I can't, the that's not for me, or I would if I could. Those are examples. They're not all of them, but they're small examples of how your words are speaking out something that your body and your mind actually believes. And if you receive a discontentment, like, well, part of me really does want to do that. Maybe I really do want to draw. Maybe I really do want to be a banker, but I'm not good with math. Whatever the case may be, if it's within your spirit and that's where it's coming from your heart, then that's where you need to follow. A lot throughout history has been taught that, you're supposed to do certain jobs or be in certain things based off of how much you can make and what your status will be versus following what your spirit is. And as a result, a lot of people are employed or in positions where they're not happy. It's just a job. And it's everywhere because I can go places and I could tell that they don't like their job. They don't like any of the things that they're doing. And they're discontented with life. And the reason why that is because somewhere, somehow, somebody told them something, and now they kind of shut it down. How do you fix it? So one way we figured out how to identify it. You have to watch your own thought patterns. Um, think about next to before I go to how to fix it. Well, this is part of it. Would be thinking about things that you really enjoyed when you were a child, things that you like to do. Like I went full circle. For me personally, I used to draw. I used to write stories. I found them. Um, and I remember when I ran into somebody, and they asked me, had I ever become a cartoonist? And I'm like, no, that didn't happen. And this was several years ago. This is before I had went into like graphic work, photography, or even growing spiritually now and writing and blogging and talking to people. They even said when I was born, by like 9 months, I was speaking full sentences. And some of my self-limiting beliefs, and I'll just share this personally with you, is, all right, well, maybe I shouldn't talk so much, or maybe I shouldn't this, or maybe I shouldn't that. I shouldn't ask so many questions. And then it kind of capped me out. I say this because as an adult, when I grew up, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any of this. I didn't do, my first thing was go to school, and I was in human resources of all things for me. And I did well at it because I pushed because I like to put pride in my work. So I put pride in my work and not in my heart. And yeah, it was there, but I was stressed out. I was miserable. I was unhappy. I wasn't me. My hair wouldn't even grow. I was unhealthy. And eventually I had to run out of it. I love the people that I work with and things were cool, but I mean, I didn't like a lot of things, and it wasn't it didn't make me smile. And I left, and as a result, I found myself, and I found the graphic work. It was little hobbies, little projects that I was doing, and then I grew into something much, much more. I ended up making a business out of it. I learned graphic design, I learned photography, I learned all kinds of stuff. But enough of that. And then now here I am doing the same exact things that I started when I was a child. The arts, the creativity, the communication, the writing, all of that was present when I was a young girl. And it took me to get back in and learn that to become the person that I am today. So it does, and how I did that, and this is what I will recommend for you to do, is one, get a journal. It's definitely going to help you with writing things down. Two, as you start to identify things, come up with like a system so that way you can stay accountable, because it's not like a one-day thing that you do, and it's not like you do it twice a day. You might have to do it multiple times a day to actually track how you're thinking. So take your age and like figure that out, and that's how many years of things that have been built up with you. But don't let that deter you. Okay, I seen you like so don't let it deter you, because you can do it. It's not going to be an easy fix, but it's something that you can work yourself through and have fun with it. Be easy on yourself. It is what it is. Like, what are you going to do now? It happened already. What more can happen to you? Shh, something more could. But we're not going to go there. We'll work on helping you through like meditation. So after the journal, learn to start doing your meditation so that way you quiet your mind, you get still, and then as you get still, you get to kind of feel who you are energetically and commune with God and understand who you are. What is it exactly? Who are you? What should you be doing? Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just listening for a while and just pulling things together spiritually and mentally and physically all together in one body. You know what I mean? So I am starting a membership. It's on my website. It's at www.keshiamartin.com. I have some proven tips and some help that will guide you, some exercises to take you through this process. Because it's like the number one thing that can actually pull people into a bad direction, believing all these negative thought pattern things. And whatever you think, so it is. So if you believe that you'll never be good enough for certain things, you're absolutely right. And if you believe that, hey, you know what, it is possible, I'm possible, I can do this, you're absolutely right. But the first steps are achieving that and breaking free from those beliefs. Like Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. So if only ourselves can free our own mind, then it is our duty, our responsibility, since we have free will, to go in and take away the thoughts patterns that are restraining you and keeping you from your highest potential. All right? That is my message for you. Please go to my website, www.keshiamartin.com. Subscribe and join me on your journey. I will join you and be here for you to guide you through those challenges, those obstacles. I can't fix it for you, but I can definitely understand, relate, and give you some help. All right? I hope to hear from you. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at support@KeshiaMartin.com, and we can take it from there. All right. I look forward. Have a great day. Bye-bye.